evening. My name is Ava Miller, and I am the president of the Swampscott High School chapter of the National Honor Society. Superintendent Couchman, Ms. Otto, Ms. Marshall, our NHS advisor, and members of the faculty, parents, and students. Welcome to the 2026 National Honor Society induction. We are gathered here this evening to formally recognize those students who have been selected by the Swampscott High School NHS Faculty Council for successfully completing their candidacy and to induct them as new members of our NHS chapter. For current members and those former members who may be among our guests, we hope this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you are here to maintain as a lifetime member of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program. The Swampscott High School National Honor Society is proud to have been inducting new members for over 30 years, since 1993. Today's ceremony signifies the continued emphasis on the excellence that NHS represents for our school and community. Throughout the years, members of our chapter are committed to serving as role models for their peers and all members of the Swampscott community. In addition to the strong academic records that establish their eligibility, members are leaders in many ways. Student organizations are dedicated to community service. This year, that commitment was headlined by our peer tutoring initiative, where our members shared their knowledge and supported the academic growth of their fellow peers. Beyond our campus, we continue to foster ongoing partnerships with the Swampscott Middle School National Junior Honor Society and engage in exciting intergenerational collaborations such as this year's holiday initiative with the TLC program and our local senior center to continue to collect and wrap gifts, including 200 toys. Our members are also proud to represent us in a broader community effort, including My Brother's Table annual Million Meals Bowl. Before we proceed, I would like to take a moment to extend our sincere gratitude to the custodial staff for their hard work in preparing this space for us tonight, and to Maureen, Colette, and her team for providing us the fabulous decor and refreshments tonight. The members of the Swampscott NHS are proud of our record and accomplishments and are excited to welcome new members who will bring fresh energy in support of our continuing work. At this time, I'd like to invite Principal Emily Zara to offer some congratulatory remarks.
Before we begin, I just want to say an extra special thank you to Madam Marshall. Thank you so much. It looks beautiful. This is new for us in the cafeteria. Thank you to our custodial staff and Morgan Kelly also. Good evening, everyone. This is exciting. Thank you all for coming. Tonight is a milestone moment for all of you. We are here to celebrate our families, our faculty, and our newest inductees to the National Honor Society. Congratulations. It is my great honor to welcome you to a ceremony that celebrates not only all of your academic achievements, but the 4 pillars that we celebrate in National Honor Society. Although the academics are the bulk of what you do, as we talk about the culture of excellence, that's the foundation for your values. We want to talk about also scholarship, in addition to scholarship, leadership, service, and character. While scholarship is that foundation of this recognition, we all know that your success is not measured by your grades alone. In fact, we often argue that the most important things you do are showing your values, your integrity, through your service and your leadership and your character. What makes all of you students remarkable is how you apply your knowledge with curiosity, perseverance, and a genuine desire to grow and learn. This year's inductees have performed hundreds of hours of service to those activities that we just heard about. Thank you for bringing tutoring back. It's been great this year. In addition to other activities on campus, but also off campus with TLC and the community, like the winter season, gift wrapping. You still are able to do all those things while maintaining the highest of academic standards. So everything that you do during the day and outside, we know how much effort and energy and perseverance that takes. To our parents and families, you also deserve enormous recognition because we know that those values are instilled and nurtured at home first. And so you have shared your most precious gift with us, your children, and it truly is an honor to serve and work alongside them here at high school.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you all for taking the time to come this evening.
To our teachers and families, thank you for your constant support, encouragement, and unwavering belief in all of our students. Your membership into this society didn't just happen alone. We know that you've been working for years upon years, and those started many, many years ago. My hope is that this achievement will instill with you a sense of pride in yourself and in your community. Do the hard things, because as the old adage goes, if it doesn't challenge you, it's not allowing you to grow and learn, and it won't change you. Being a member of the National Honor Society is now your charge for life. We are incredibly proud of your accomplishments, and we're looking forward to watching you grow and learn and contributing more with your positive achievements in the many years ahead. Congratulations to our newest members. Now, we'll use Gabrielle Kennedy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gabrielle Mandy, and I'm honored to serve as the Vice President of the Swampscott National Honor Society. One of the core pillars of our society is not just as an act, but as a lifelong commitment to community that shapes us. It is my distinct pleasure tonight to introduce the keynote speaker who truly embodies it. Diana Ryan has been doing her own tax preparation business for over 30 years. An active member of the Swampscott community for over 23 years, she lives here with her husband, Tom, and daughter, Sarah. I am currently serving as the president of the Swampscott Rotary Club, and is a founding member and treasurer of the Game Company. Many of you may also know her through work with the Vancouver Sidewalk, which she originated and continues to coordinate in partnership with the beloved Swampscott community relations. Beyond her many professional and civic accomplishments, Diane told me today that she was most proud of the fact that her daughter, Sarah, will be graduating from Loyola University in just a few weeks. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to our keynote speaker, Ms. Diane.
Full disclosure here, I am not a member of the National Honor Society. In fact, Mr. Kazauka, my 10th grade algebra teacher, would say to me every Friday, perhaps if I spent more time on my algebra homework as I did for social life, I might pass this class. But anyways, the joke is on Mr. Kazauka, because I have a profession that requires math. And here I am in front of a group of wicked smart kids. So there you go. So I grew up in Redmond, Mass, and I'm one of 4 girls. My dad was an electrician. My mom was a stay-at-home mom until we got to school, and then she became a paraprofessional. My parents weren't civic. You know, they didn't teach Sunday school. They weren't participants in government, and they were very quiet in their giving. And it wasn't until after they passed away that I just started unearthing a few things about them. I always thought it was kind of weird that every neighborhood kid was always at our house. And I was like, why is everyone always here in our space? And I later found out that my mom would take several kids in after school because they needed help with math, or their mother couldn't afford daycare or babysitting during that time. And so she just did it for free. Very quiet, never told anyone about it, never made a big motion about it, but just quietly did what needed to be done. My dad was pretty famous for leaving envelopes of cash and mailboxes of our neighbors who had a water heater that might have broken and they couldn't fix it, or their kids needed dental work. Quiet giving. They just showed up quietly and just did what they needed to be done. I moved to Swampscott in 2005, and I discovered one thing I hate about this town and one thing I love about this town at the same time. I love that it's a small town, and everyone's in your business, and I love that it's a small town and everybody's in your business. But this town always shows up. It is unbelievable about this town. There is a sick child, or fire, or a staircase needs to be rebuilt. I have seen this town time and time again put down their politics, put down their personalities, and show up power tools, a casserole, or a checkbook. Whatever was needed, this town is magic. You have the pleasure of being in this town, and I continue to say that, and I will always say that. I started my volunteering like any other middle-aged would do a joint PTO. And I got to Clark School, and I met Kathy Kelly, Lois Long, and a bunch of dedicated, incredible teachers who only had one thought in their mind, and that was to make their school better. So you join the PTO, you raise a bunch of money, and you help them do that. Then I had the pleasure of moving on to the middle school. Again, joined the PTO. I met Jason, whose number one goal was to make middle school a place where everybody wanted to be. And if any of us know middle school, it's usually a big challenge. But, you know, with him and with us, the big blue banner is on the entrance to the school. The rugs, the big blue pie t-shirts you guys would wear, and I'm sure many of you have already received. That's all part of making one place better. Again, showing up. I continue to meet all sorts of other people. Brandon Lewis, who has a dinner every year. He donates all that money to my brother's table. Jackie Wilson, Ashley Mast, TLC, another group of incredible people who saw a need in this town and said, hey, I think we can do something with this. Do you want to help? Sure. In 2020, or actually in 2019, a group of us got together and said, you know what, wouldn't it be fun to have a food pantry? Let's deliver food to senior citizens who can't get out. And we said, November of 2019, well, that's a good idea. How hard can it be? Well, in March of 2020, we found out how hard it could be. What happened was that, I'm sure you all remember, COVID struck. I think you guys were like, sixth grade, right, during COVID, right? We were shut down. Again, the pantry and this rough group of people all got together and said, okay, well, schools are closed and people can't get to grocery stores, and some of them are sick. Let's figure out how to do this. And we did. Friends, families, relatives started donating to our PayPal account. Left cases of green beans on our porches. We got it together, we mobilized, we took over the senior center. And what happened at the senior center again was absolutely incredible. People sewed masks. They showed up with whatever grocery bags they could to help this town and to take care of each other. Again, another way that Swampscott just shows up constantly. I have seen it over and over again, and I hope that someday you'll see it too. Leadership. When you volunteer, it's not just doing the service with a resume, with the essay. It is showing up and demonstrating that Swampscott is a community that cares for each other and wants to take care of each other. No matter what your talents are, no matter what your personality is, if you're an introvert, there are things that you can do. My mother-in-law would knit hats for cancer patients who had lost their hair. That's something that's just so easy to do if you're talented in it. And you're an introvert, you don't necessarily want to get out in the community or sit in front of a bunch of really smart people and try to tell them what to do. But so there's TLC. Are you good at tech? Ann Crumbrello, Sabrina Clopton, and Heidi Dare at the Senior Center, they will connect you with seniors like myself who probably still have 20,000 pictures on their iPhone and don't know how to get rid of the duplicates. You can go over there. If you like being outside, Spur in Marblehead. No, I'm not supposed to. You can cross the border over to Marblehead and you can go to Spur. Spur is the community gardens, the people that, enjoy that kind of work. You go to sports. I'm telling you, there are youth teams all over this town that would love to have a mentor or a kid drill them, show them how to dribble a basketball or make a cartwheel. Whatever you can do are the small little things that just advance someone's life just a little bit more. That's what I encourage you to do. Show up. That's the only thing you really have to do. Because the rest of it is easy. Connect yourself with people who inspire you. Shameless plug here, but if you're around on Sunday and you want to run the cable 5K, show up. Come on and run a 5K with us. The money benefits the Magna Food Picture. On May 9th, We're doing another food drive at the post office. If you want to come down to the pantry and help us sort candles, we would love to have you. Perfectly benign things, but I guarantee you, move this really forward. Take care of other people. No matter what, you have it there. And I encourage you to, and I also challenge you, if you have a talent or a personality, I guarantee you there is a place for you in volunteers. Anyways, I want to finish. Thank you for listening, and I encourage you to reach out to these teachers and these mentors that really are in this community and only want to make it better. Anyways, this is from Malala, and if you guys go to middle school, you probably know that the picture is up on the wall from the painting that came a couple of years ago. Anyways, she finishes the speech by saying, "I don't have all the answers on how to change the world. I don't believe anyone else does either. If I have learned anything, it's that progress is never guaranteed. There isn't one speech or one story or one moment or one person that can bend the arc of history on their own. But if we start with something, work together, stay ambitious, hope stops being a thing we need to feel and becomes something we create." Thank you for listening. Congratulations, class of 2026. Congratulations, class of 2027. I wish you the best in your endeavors. And please feel free to reach out to me if you need a connection for volunteers. I will find somebody who can hook you up. Okay, thanks again.
Thank you, Ms. O'Brien, for those inspiring words and for your incredible example of what it means to lead a life of service here in Swampscott. We now come to the heart of our ceremony, the recognition of the 4 fundamental principles of the National Honor Society. These 4 pillars being character, scholarship, leadership, and service, serve as the foundation of our organization. Before us stand 4 candles. Their steady flames represent the consistency of our 4 pillars. As we define each virtue, we light its corresponding candle to signify how these ideals shine through the work of our faculty and the lives of our attendees. We also will be recognizing a member of the Swampscott High School faculty who uniquely embodies each pillar through their work of students. I will begin with the first pillar, character, to be rather than seen. Now I will light that candle. Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each from others. It is the sum of your morals, values, and ethics that make you the individual that you are, creating for each of us our individuality and our goodness. This force is achieved and not received. It is the product of our constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. Every day, your character is displayed in your actions and the choices you make. It's seen in the respect you have for yourself and the respect others give to you. It's that without which no one can respect oneself or hope to attain the respect of others. Measures of character lie in the qualities such as responsibility, trustworthiness, caring, and fairness. The problem of character is, in reality, the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. Being a member of National Honor Society gives you the opportunity to role model this quality and to be a positive influence on the character of others. By demonstrating these virtues, we may hope to provide others by example that we value character. In the words of poet Amanda Gorman, change is made of choices and choices are made of character. Thus, the pillar of character is defined by integrity, perseverance, and a commitment to others, all of which are characters I have witnessed in Mr. Franklin. When I first signed up for AP Lang, I was warned to be one of the hardest classes I would take, and I would get a D on my first in-class essay. I thought this was not possible. I never got D's, and they were right. Mr. Franklin, though, made every struggle worth it, not by making things easier, but by showing us that hard work has always paid off. He pushed us as students and young adults, not only to write conventionally, but to look more deeply into what is going on in the world, and to question our ethics in ways that taught me what it meant to be informed for this day and age. His connection of every student has shown me that a person of real character does not simply just do their job, but loves what they do and cares about the people in front of them. I'll never forget moments in this class, teaching him slang and how to properly clown his students. And it's in moments like this I wish I took speech class. And This year being his last at SHS makes me sad for the students who will never get to experience him as a teacher. It means he changed the way I think about what an educator truly is. Mr. Franklin is a model character that NHS strives to celebrate, and thank you, Mr. Franklin, for all the great things you've done for students in our community, and me included. Thank you.
The second pillar is scholarship, commitment to lifelong learning. Scholarship denotes a commitment to learn. It is derived from a passion for knowledge to understand, to solve, and to create. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We gain this knowledge through learning experiences both in and out of the classroom. For human education, there is only a fair play. Scholars look for opportunities to learn. They understand that knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success. It can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and light that illuminates the future. As candidates, you have the charge to continually expand your world through opportunities inherent in scholarship. Being a member of the National Honor Society strengthens your commitment to expand your curiosity and continue your journey towards becoming a lifelong learner. And I'm going to recognize Mr. Field for the scholarship. As we have seen, the pillar of scholarship is more than a grade, but a dedicated commitment to lifelong learning that Mr. Jiva perfectly embodies. From ACP to honors to AP chemistry, Mr. Jiva allows all students to share the love of science in a way that is digestible and engaging. I'd personally like to call her a lot today because her knowledge extends much farther than chemistry, and she is one of the funniest people I know. She can make the full class of 17 and 8-year-olds laugh over 6, 7, and sing alongs while still making material. When I walked into my honors chemistry class as a sophomore, I had no idea how much of an impact it would have. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that chemistry is a easy subject, but some of my favorite moments come from working in lab. I'm able to work through experiments, collaborate with classmates, and learn from trial and error with Mr. Jiva's support. Mr. Jiva's patience, encouragement, and constant willingness to help our students succeed is what makes your classes one of the most fun. Thank you, Mr. Jiva, for sharing your passion for science, believing in your students, and challenging the academics, but also helping them. Mr. Jiva truly represents the NHS Pillar Scholarship for dedication and intelligence woven into every classroom. The love of learning is contagious, and I would not be where I am without it. Thank you.
Good evening. Swampscott National Honor Society. Tonight I have the privilege of presenting the pillar of leadership. Leadership should exert all aspects of it is not exclusive or inherent collection of education. Rather, it is the ability to communicate in ways that influence and inspire others. A real leader strives to train and create opportunities for success by saying these dedicated words and deeds. Christ leadership is silence. The willingness to deal with one's personal needs and desires. A leader has the self-confidence to know the work of others that he does. We know that no matter what power and resources there is in this world of creating information, they're ineffectual without the currency of life. Effective leadership is when leaders are themselves as leaders access these needs and society. Leadership is always needed, thus being submitted for the system of generation. Each of our leaders, as members of the National Honor Society, are expected to be leaders in and out of the classroom, engaging those around them in our platform. On my first perspective, the theory, initiative, and innovation as the advanced manufacturing and innovation sector, research really needs to stay stimulated. I feel incredibly lucky to have had Mr. Field as a teacher. Through his classes, countless others learned the skills and others we never knew we were. Not only does he include his students working on class projects, he also dedicates time to help the students with professional projects. And the support and enthusiasm All of the students who have things in drives that with the innovation pathways, students identify problems and challenges are implemented and design an engineering project focused on. These projects will often collaborate with local charitable organizations for the benefit of public good. Its curriculum is centered around conscious, empathetic observation and strong communication with the affected communities to create solutions that involve in their daily life. As the students lead their own projects, he teaches them how to collaborate, delegating tasks and leveraging each individual's strengths. He offers his expertise and guidance when it's needed while giving students the tools to find their own answers. I've loved my experience in Mr. Antilles' classes over the past 4 years. He has made all of the students more capable and diligent leaders. And he's also just a genuine person. In a relatively short time at Swampscott High School, he and the programs he has introduced have made tremendous impact, and I'm sure he will continue to positively impact students in the future. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Maddie Lilly, and I will be speaking about the pillar of service this evening. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work where many opportunities arise to help others, both at school and in the local community. It is defined as the act of voluntarily giving your time and using your skills and talents for the benefit of those in need. A willingness to work for the betterment of others without monetary compensation or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and growth of the entire student body. Through our service efforts, as individuals or as a group, we build empathy as we learn more about those in crisis. Service fulfills one of our core responsibilities as citizens. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow. As a National Honor Society member, you will be presented with opportunities to deepen your understanding of servant leadership and to grow your passion for helping others. By demonstrating this commitment, we prove that true greatness is found in how we serve those around us. And now I'd like to recognize Sol. According to the National Honor Society, the color of service can be explained in a few words. Otherwise, I probably like the candle, sorry. Were you all in suspense? Okay, I'll tell you. The altruistic desire to help others and make a positive impact in the world. Throughout my time at Swampscott High School, I can say with gratitude that I've met countless individuals, many of whom are in this room, who live according to this definition every day. It is rare, though, to come across someone who embodies the pillar of service as well as the soul of this. As the advisor for our school's Interact Club, she dedicates hours of her free time to help us plan and execute community service opportunities. Because of her, students have been able to connect with the elderly at the senior center, collect candy to make goodie bags for children in hospitals, put together gift boxes with winter necessities such as gloves and hats for people at my brother's table, and participate in dozens of other projects. She has a crucial role in every single one of our endeavors and constantly surveys our local community to see who would most greatly benefit from the activities of the Interact Club, yet it is all credit to the student volunteers. She does this while creating a supportive environment for her students, both in and out of the classroom. I can speak from experience when I say that Miss Soul has always been there for me, even though I take French instead of Spanish. And that her qualities of sympathy, passion, and dedication to assisting those around her will continue to inspire me and so many others. She truly embodies what it means to follow the pillar of service. So thank you, Ms. Soul, for everything you have done for me, my fellow students, and our community as a whole. The world has become a better place because of you and your innumerable contributions, and it does not go unnoticed. Thank you.
As we have now reviewed the 4 pillars of membership in the National Honor Society: scholarship, service, leadership, and character, We remind our current members and inductees that these are not merely ideals to be admired, but standards by which our members live every day. At this time, we will begin the induction of new members by proclaiming to all in attendance that membership in the Swampscott High School chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by the following students through the effective demonstration of the four qualities that serve as the standard for the society. As your name is called, please come forward to the podium to receive your certificate and be recognized by your peers, faculty, and family. Your certificate is a symbol of your past achievements and a reminder of the commitment you made today to continue the journey of excellence. We ask the audience hold their applause until all the candidates have been recognized. First is Max Ansapenko. Leah Petra. Anthony Colella. Elizabeth Damati. Jack Duffy. Kieran Ditchman. Talia Fiore. Maggie Goichas. Audrey Keith. Laurel Howard. Lillian Kimbrough. Madison Marsh. Talia Metaxitos. Kira Metaxitos. Kathleen Nolte. Valentine Park. Alexandra Ream. Caroline Ream. Saskia Root. Cecilia Tripp. Lila Vanderlinden. Paul Martinez. Oliver West. Benjamin White. Alexander Winkleman. And finally, Sophia Danny. Let's have a round of applause.
At this time, the new inductees and graduating members, please rise together, raise your right hand, and repeat the following pledge. Audience members can follow the text as printed in your program. So we don't forget. I pledge to myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And I will maintain and encourage high standards of character, scholarship, leadership, and service at all times. Thank you. You may be seated. And now, please welcome our chapter advisor, Leslie Marshall, who will offer closing remarks.
Before we conclude, I ask you to look at the central candle on our head table. This fifth flame represents the guiding light of knowledge and the shared spirit of our chapter. While the four pillars we have lit tonight represent individual virtues, this central light is what keeps them burning. It is the spark of curiosity and the warmth of community that guides us when the path is unclear. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate this milestone moment. Tonight, we've spoken at length about the four pillars of NHS: scholarship, service, leadership, and character. But the real heart of the National Honor Society is the energy and empathy these students bring to our halls every single day. To our new inductees, remember that the certificate you receive tonight is not just recognition for what you've already achieved, it is an invitation for what you will do next. You are now part of a legacy that values people over points and action over accolades. You haven't just met a standard tonight, you have set a new one. We are incredibly excited to see how you will use your talents to move our community forward. Go out and be the leaders we know you are. To our guests, thank you so much for being the essential support system that helped these students reach this stage. Your guidance is the foundation of their success. Before we recess and continue to enjoy some refreshments, taking a moment to offer personal congratulations to these students, please join me in one final round of applause for the newest members of the Swampscott. What we would like is for the new inductees to sort of gather, which maybe right here in front,